right, welcome back. 9:30 on the dot. A live look here at the Statue of Liberty. I like this shot.
It's a great shot.
Very unique, courtesy of EarthCamp. Thank you very much. Staying near Lower Manhattan, let's head to the stock exchange. Right now, markets seem to be opening in the red. A lot of that has to do with the ongoing Israel-Iran conflict.
We will watch to see how that plays out. Yesterday in Canada, President Trump made an appearance at the G7 summit, where he and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney discussed the tariff situation between the two nations. And here is what the president had to say.
I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like. But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff. It's simple, it's easy, it's precise, and it just goes very quickly.
With that, let's welcome in our guest, Tim Descher, Executive Director at Unleash Prosperity. Peter Earle's here with us now, American Institute for Economic Research. Welcome to you both. All right, Tim, tariffs and Trump, they kind of go hand in hand, right? The president is not letting go of that. What'd you make of maybe what we learned from yesterday's brief G7 for the president?
I got a chill from that view looking down the Statue of Liberty, and it's still there. It carried through with that meeting because, you know, you show up there, you have the great moment with the UK, which was a great sign to the world saying we can make a deal, we can, get across the finish line a deal. And then he talks with Canada, and it's one of those things where I think there's a lot of frustration there for the president. I think his focus is on trade deficits, whether you agree with that or not. That's his metric for it. You know, a deal with the UK is easier because they carry relative a trade surplus, and so it's a different situation between Canada and the U.S. And so I think there's some hard-nosed bargaining going on. However, I do think that with the relationship with USMCA, we're going to be able to get to a place where there's a deal coming in the near future. No question about it.
Tim, I'm with you. I don't like the heights either. Looking down there from the Statue of Liberty. But let's move on to this, though. The G7, though, in terms of deals, though, there were some deals made. President Trump and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced that they did have a trade deal that would slash tariffs on UK auto and aerospace industry imports. Here's what the two had to say about that. Watch.
Going to produce a lot of jobs, a lot of income. And we have many other ones coming. But you see the level of enthusiasm is very good. But the relationship that we have is fantastic. So I just want to congratulate you.
Donald, thank you very much. This now implements on car tariffs and aerospace, our really important agreement. And so this is a very good day for both of our countries, a real sign of strength. So thank you again, Donald. A really important day for both of us.
Great people.
So, Peter, these meetings are good. They can get together. They can discuss things. They also said that they're negotiating a steel import deal as well. But with Canada, I mean, they're still looking to make their deal. And you have the Prime Minister Carney there trying to do that. Where do you think things are going to stand there? And can they come to an agreement?
Well, the thing is that Canada, they're really locked into this thing with Trump because they have very tightly entwined supply chains with the U.S. We're very close together in terms of geographic proximity, all that sort of thing. So it's necessarily going to be the case. It's going to be harder to come to a deal. We're both very reliant upon each other, just like we are with China. But I think that, eventually it's going to be a necessity to come to some sort of deal because the uncertainty will at some point be worse than the higher prices of tariffs, which are not great. But we'd rather at least know what they are than be looking into, a bottomless pit and not know what the prices are going to be.
Yeah, great point. We shall see, right?
Yeah, I was also going to say, as we saw a brief look at the markets there, we don't know exactly where prices of oil are going to end up either. Starting down about 140 points today. But it's early on in the trading day, so we'll see where things head next. Tim and Peter, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Guys.